If anybody wants me to like go into what all these tools are with specific questions and things like that, let me know. I'd be happy to do a video on that. Oh, you're gonna need to think about glazing. Well, okay, so your local clay supplier is gonna be able to help you with buying clay, supplies, meaning tools, and firing. They may not fire there, but they will likely know who in your area offers firings for the general public. Unless you're working with just an air dry clay, which I don't generally recommend, you're gonna need some kind of a firing service. And then we're gonna be doing a video soon on different types of clay and like on cones basically, because they're gonna ask you when you go to buy clay, what cone do you need to fire to? And that means what temperature. And there's a few different ranges that I think we'll probably talk about in a separate video. So you want to think about what kind of clay you're going to work with. And then glaze. You're going to have to glaze your work. And I would suggest when you're first starting out, you're probably going to start out with a brush on glaze. And usually you have to brush that on in 3 different layers. But if you don't start on, getting a giant bucket of glaze to dip your pots in is pretty financially, like you wouldn't want to do that until you know that you love that color and you want to have a lot of it. And then of course you need space. You need studio space to work in. So whether that's your garage, your back patio. When I first started out, I was just on my back patio. And I would just throw and hose down my back patio. Do not ever hose down your wheel though, because your wheel has electronics in it and you will break it if you hose it off. But you do want to clean it. If you don't clean your wheel, it creates a lot of dust and that dust gets into your lungs. And that's just not good for your health. You want to protect your lungs. I think that's kind of like a general overview of what it's going to take to get into clay. But of course, I think there are some avenues that you could go deeper in. One great way to get into clay is if there are classes near you where somebody can at least get you an introduction, and then you can get into your own practice at home, bringing all your questions to your teacher at the studio.